During the weekdays, I wake up, go to the gym, come home, work, eat, watch TV, and sleep. This is what my typical day-to-day looks like. And I must admit that there have been many times when I thought to myself, every day feels the same, which may be perceived as being stuck in a rut. I believe feeling like you're getting stuck in a rut is something that affects us all at some point in our lives. If you search how to get out of a rut on YouTube, many videos are giving you tips on how not to feel like every day is the same. However, I have a feeling that these helpful videos look at every day feels the same as something completely negative, and they offer varieties of tips for others to feel like this can be overcome, as if nobody should be feeling this way. This is where I would like to give you my thoughts on how to get out of a rut. It is because I also know that many people find happiness in repeating the same thing every day, which made me wonder what the differences are between the people who perceive every day feels the same as something negative or positive. And this question encouraged me to approach this topic from the point of view that feeling like you're in a rut is not completely a negative thing. I guess the feeling of repeating the same thing is boring comes from comparing your life with others. And this is such an easy thing to do, especially on social media these days. We look at other people's pictures and videos where they explored new places and did all sorts of fun activities, which make it seem like their lives are so much more exciting than yours. While scrolling through social media, it might make you wonder, what am I doing with my life watching Netflix on the couch after a long day at work? Should I be doing something extraordinary? But the truth about social media is that we tend to only see the exciting parts of others' lives. For example, even if they look like they travel all the time, they may have taken so many pictures on the trip and posted pictures from the same trip throughout the week to get the followers to be interested in their content. So a lot of times it is likely that our perception towards those people who seem like doing different things every day is inaccurate. To me, this means that although we logically understand that most of us have many days where we do the same thing, solely based on how we are presented with external information, we still decide to compare our lives to others and feel negative about the fact that we do the same thing every day. I contribute to that aspect as well. I tend to post pictures that I take outside when I go traveling on Instagram, because I highly doubt that anyone wants to see me vacuum the floor or wash dishes, although these are the things that I do frequently at home. I went off track a little bit, but if you perceive every day feels the same as completely negative, it may come from the comparison between your life and other people's lives, which you know so little about. And I believe the first step to avoiding feeling negative about your life is to acknowledge that what you see on social media doesn't give the whole picture of someone's life. Now that I explained why every day feels the same is not completely a negative thing, I fully understand that some people still find this repetitive life boring, and as a result, they feel suffocated with their lives. When people feel vulnerable like this, I believe some may turn towards spirituality and religion to seek enlightenment, or feel upset towards the societal system, such as working 40 hours or more every week, so they may quit work and decide to go somewhere to find who they are, etc. It is up to each of us to decide how we cope with this negative feeling, because we feel like we are stuck in a rut. However, if I can offer a tip about this issue, it would be that the focus shouldn't be on what you would do so differently from the daily routine that you already have, but it is more about finding things that you don't mind doing constantly every day for a certain period. I'm saying this because no matter what you do, it'll be fun and exciting at first, but it'll get boring at some point. Let me give you an example of having a job. When I passed the interviews and was offered a job at my previous Japanese company, I was so happy. But after a few months of working there, I started feeling bored because the work was the same every day, and there were so many traditional belief issues that I didn't prefer to be a part of at this company, so I wanted to leave. Around this time, I felt like I was stuck in a rut, and I looked at the situation so negatively to the point that I was complaining a lot about work to all of you on YouTube, which I would like to sincerely apologize for. And I tried as much as I could to make my situation better, such as I tried being productive at work, setting goals to get to where I wanted to be in the future, working on YouTube after work and on weekends, believing that I would be able to get out of a 9-to-5 job. But all the things that I learned and tried applying from self-development and motivational videos didn't work for me, unfortunately, and I still didn't like my day-to-day living. Then I was finally able to look at the cause of my pain and got another job that I was interested in and was able to leave the previous job that I didn't like. Although I'm already used to my new job because it's been more than a year, it feels a lot different in comparison to my previous job, as I like what I'm doing. I get to work from home all the time and I love the people and the culture that I'm a part of. Let's think about it this way. If you can't get used to the environment forever, you'll continue to be stressed by whatever you're doing, and it's going to make you suffer. So I think getting used to things is a very important skill, and it's natural for us to incline towards a stable and monotonous life. But the important thing to note is whether you are happy with the things that you do daily. And it's obvious that when we get used to the things in our lives, boredom starts to come in. If this happens, firstly, you need to think if you can make whatever you are doing more exciting with different ideas and ways. If it continues to be boring, you just need to swap whatever makes you feel bored with something else. And in my case, it was a job that made up a huge percentage of my life. When we attempt to get out of a rut, we may think that we need to change our life drastically with a lot of changes. However, I believe that you can get out of a rut by making small changes and striving to have things that you don't mind doing every day. This is because, to me, the difference between people who feel happy even if they repeat the same thing every day and those who don't is the amount of appreciation towards the things that they do daily. I feel a lot happier now than a few years ago purely because I now have a job that I don't dread waking up for on Monday morning. This is interesting because I still work from 9 to 5 and I still have the same routine that I used to do in the past, but the only difference is the work that I do in the company that I work for, which provided a lot of positivity in my day-to-day living. This indicates to me that at the end of the day, the important thing is how you find happiness in the days that you repeat every day. This is why if you feel like you're stuck in a rut, I would like you to focus on identifying what is making you feel that way in your life and making small changes to create more positivity in your life. That's the end of the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up because when you hit the like button, the YouTube algorithm helps my channel grow and reach people who are interested in the topics that I discuss on my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing and I will keep striving to create videos that are worth your time. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below and I'll see you guys later. Bye!